Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. Mr. Witty here with another beginner's guide to a Township tale. If you are unfamiliar with the game, definitely head over to the channel where you're going to find other content, including the first installment of this video, which I will leave linked down below. Just wanted to give a huge thank you to everyone who's shown support recently, as the channel has been seriously growing. So don't get left behind on the content. Make sure to like to keep the video rolling for the other new players, and subscribe to continue to grow the channel and stay up to date. Let's dive into a few more tips with this coverage of a Township tale. So one of the first things that you're going to need is a makeshift axe, basically a piece of flint on a stick. That's literally that simple. One piece of flint, one stick. So this is the spawn platform, which is right outside of town. If you look on the other side, it's right here. There's town. So as soon as you go into town, just keep following this pathway straight forward to the top of this hill. Once you're here, you'll always see sticks just lying around. Just go ahead and grab one. It's super easy to find. Go ahead and grab you a couple while you're at it. Just for when your other materials break. Because of course stuff does break in this game, so get used to that. Continue to head up and go ahead and go to the left here. This will take you up towards the mining entrance that I showed you in one of these videos here linked. Now, since it's getting dark, usually you would use a lantern or something like that. However, we don't have one, so we'll take one of the sticks that we have. Take one of these sticks, come here to the mining entrance. There are signs all around town that take you to it. It's straight from where I showed you just a second ago. Put it on the end of that. Ooh. Take you a couple pieces of flint. Just light it up. Now you have you a torch. Now I know that I have flint, but we're going to go ahead and pretend that I do not have flint, because we are trying to make our first axe / pickaxe. So from the mining entrance, go ahead and go up this pathway, leaving the entrance that'll be left. We gotta stop for a second because I'm getting hungry. Always stay full, but don't just eat random crap. Otherwise, your energy and your food will not match up, and you won't be able to run, which is never good, right? Keep coming up this path, and you'll see this other little path to the left. Just keep to the right of that on the grass. This little grass pathway. Say that 10 times fast. Continue on, continue on. You're going to run into some enemies here, but you can avoid them. These guys right here. This is where you can usually find some flint lying around on the ground, but most importantly, some ore. You'll want to get that ore. Doesn't matter that it's the lowest of the quality right now. We just want some of it. There we go. Find your flint. Some of these guys drop it, but it'll also be laying around here and there. Kind of have to find it. And a miss. Let's go get a little bit more ore. We can make something, yeah. Okay, now that we've made it out of there, and we have a little bit of daylight on our hands now, I just wanted to show you real quick, which you'll already learn in the tutorial that you're going to have to take before you get into the game. But you can just take a piece of flint and a stick, like the one we found down there. I just showed you where to find, and then I showed you where to find the flint, and just attach it here. Gives you different attachment points, but that just ties into the extra customization that you are going to be able to do with other items in the game. That is why it makes it pretty cool. I mean, you could stick an axe head on top of a handle for whatever reason, I guess. So now that we have this, we're going to go ahead and head right back into that area and get us some more copper ore, because that will give us something to build after we go and chop down some wood with this tool as well. And after we chop down the wood, we'll be able to put it on the crafting deck, make a handle, and then combine that with the smelted ore that we put into ingots, and then from ingots into a mold, and combine the two and make something from it. So let's head on over here, back into the pass, and get us some ore. Again, you can kind of avoid these guys for the most part, or you really don't have to mess with them that much. They're not too quick. Let's look around. And here we are. Break this open. Get your ore out of it. Good to go. Go ahead and pick up those extra pieces of flint that you might need, because of course, you know, you can break stuff, so keeping that in mind. You always want to have enough ore. Speaking of breaking, no, I have two on me. I'll be okay. I was going to use my regular pickaxe, just so I could bypass having this one break and show you more with it, but we'll be fine. Remember the bag trick from the last video I did, or a couple videos ago. Always use a bag, pick up everything, like that. So now that we have our ore, we're going to go ahead and head back into the spawn point, which I have some potion right here. You can see my alarm's going off. Okay. You can see that potion right there. And if we just go ahead and take a sip, this is going to take us to spawn. Here we are at spawn point where we began the video. From here, we're just going to take that sign up the hill. That simple. Over here it says to training grounds, but really you're just gonna go towards training grounds and then you'll hit another sign. We'll see at the top of this hill. When you come up to here, training grounds will actually be left. That's back in towards the higher end of town. We actually want to go to Dust Bowl, so let's head on. Always check these things. You're gonna find, you know, just stuff that's gonna help you build, especially rope. Rope is not always common, so you're gonna need that, you know. I'm not on as much as some people are lately, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that for others, but keep that in mind. You might come across some worms in this area, but nothing you shouldn't be able to handle. As soon as you get into here you are on the dust bowl. The top of there is where you will fill up your teleport potion, which mine is empty, so might fill that up while we're here. Otherwise, any tree in here is free game. You just get your axe, start going to town. Remember, we already used this axe for our metal gathering, or ore, rather. And that will, in turn, make us some ingot. So now we're going to use the same axe, yank down this tree. And we'll just hack it off with the limbs here. That golden hit that you're seeing, that's an ability that I have equipped in my skill tree. If you want to know more about that, drop it down in the comments. Let me know. Alright. I'll just give you an example of what this would look like here. Because I think I have some wood that I will use, yeah, for another handle. I want to use this birch wood that I have. But the more you chop this down, that should have been, I don't know why it's not, okay, I had to hit it on the other side. That was my fault. You split this up and it'll literally go into logs, or planks rather. There you go. And you can just collect those up the same way you do anything. Put them in a bubble, 2 in a bubble, and then just scoop the rest of them up with a bag. So while I'm here, I'll go ahead and fill up my teleport potion, like I mentioned. And you'll run into worms here. Ooh. But when you have 8 health and you're just starting out, that's not always the best to mess with them. I mean, unless you're just going to go get low or whatever. I mean, it's actually good to mess with them if you have a weapon, obviously. So up here we find our teleport potion. Dip that off in there. We're full. And we're back again. Okay, so now you know how to get your wood and your ore all with the one tool that we made at the beginning of the video. Or towards the beginning of the video, at least. Now we're in the blacksmith, and I have a seriously clutch tip for you beginners. Whenever you don't have the stuff to start a fire, ooh, don't eat it raw, whoops. Whenever you don't have the stuff to start a fire, come here into the blacksmith and just stick your chicken in that, or your food. And that'll cook your food for you. Okay? While this is cooking, let me go ahead and tell you, if you want to see some things made from the wood and the ore that we collected here on this video, drop it down in the comments, and we will do a more in-depth blacksmithing and crafting video as well. And boom, your chicken's done. Enjoy. Now if you can't eat a whole chicken, here's another clutch tip for you beginners. When you can't eat a whole piece of chicken, just get you a knife or something, cut it in half. That'll give you 2 little perfect chicken nuggets. So if you can't eat the whole thing because your food isn't, full or whatever, you're good to go. Now just outside of the smithing area, there's this communal storage. There's communal storage for a lot of products within the town, such as wood, which is right outside of the crafting house. Right when you walk into town, it's to your right, so that'll be super easy to find. This, however, you can kind of walk by if you're a noob. This is where the communal storage is for the ore. Depending on your server, it'll get used, maybe it won't. It's just kind of, you know, depends on the community. If you guys ever want to change your outfit, you just walk straight through town, basically 50 yards. As soon as you get into town on the right side, see this sign, and that'll take you right into this building. Stand on the platform, and bada bing, bada boom, you can customize your character and come right back. So I mentioned the communal storage up there at the smithing house. Right here is right outside of the crafting house. I kind of touched on that. There is some wood in here on this server particularly. You can go ahead and check in here just in case you want to make a quick handle or something. But, you know, as you get the chance, obviously put back into the community what you take out. You know, it's kind of a give and take situation. But you can go ahead and get you a stack if you need, put back what you don't use. So let's go give you a quick tip in the crafting department. Now go ahead and get your blueprint, which I did explain more about in my previous Township Tale videos, so make sure you go check those out. Let's go ahead and get us a simple handle real quick, and go ahead and set it on the crafting deck. Now get your wood out. Throw it up on there. And one of the things that you won't get told at first is that you don't have to use an actual chisel. You can use a piece of flint and a rock. This rock is attached to a stick, but you don't even have to do that. You can just use a rock and a chisel. Okay? Super easy, and this is something that a lot of people don't get told at first, so it can really mess with them.
I know you from somewhere, I don't know where. Oh wait, no, you're the YouTuber.
Yes.
Keep up the good work. No, it's
Do you watch my videos?
Yeah, that's how I got into this game. You're doing a great job, and you should continue doing your work.
Oh, that means a lot, dude. Now this next part is super fun, guys, because you can just go apeshit.
Go mining with a buddy.
Always go mining with a buddy. But it's that simple, guys. There's your handle right there. And again, if you want to see us put something on this handle with the ore that we got earlier in the video, drop it down in the comments. Now, one last good thing I want to show you before we head out is chest cooking. This is the art of cooking all of your food in a single chest. It seems pretty simple, and that's exactly what it is. You fill every slot except for one with something random. A lot of the times people just use bones because they're the easiest to come by. Get you a piece of grass, a couple of pieces of wood. Start your fire right there. Make sure that slot is empty. Then you can take your chicken, which you can make into nuggets, but just for example, I'll go ahead and show you. We'll cook one piece of chicken right next to the fire real quick. Now, once that one piece of chicken is cooked, you can go ahead and put it in that slot. Drop that other piece of chicken into the chest because it's not going to take up any slots because they're all full. And now it's considered a raw piece of chicken until it's cooked. And as soon as it's cooked, it'll pop right into the slot with the other cooked chicken. So imagine if this chest was entirely full of chicken legs. As they get cooked, they will just go ahead and pop right into that one bubble. And you can just grab them out like a bag of chicken. And that's all the tips and tricks to this one. Make sure to let me know if you want to see more Township Tale down in the comments, or some of your favorite little tricks you found already if you've joined the game. Thanks for watching, and again, helping grow the channel so much. God bless, and we will see you on the next one.